There's still a Chicago professional team that is very much alive in the playoffs right now. That would be the Chicago Sky. Chicago's WNBA franchise is in the finals for the first time since 2014, battling the Phoenix Mercury for the WNBA championship. The Sky lead the best-of-5 finals 1-0 and play Game 2 in Phoenix tomorrow. And joining us with more on the finals matchup is James Kay, co-host of the podcast The Skyhook. And James joins us from Phoenix, where he's covering the team for the Chicago Tribune. James Kay, thanks for being here with Chicago Tonight.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. This is so exciting.
Well, it's great to have you, and it's an exciting time for the Chicago Sky. I mean, the buzz, of course, is Candace Parker, Naperville Central alum, superstar, coming back to Chicago after 13 seasons in L.A. How is the team able to land her, and what has she meant to this team?
You know, one of the biggest things that I think it's important to know when discussing the Chicago Sky is how James Wade, the head coach and general manager, has rebuilt this franchise by creating a new foundation and has stabilized it and created a culture where they could land a player like Candace Parker, who, you know, she's played her entire career, who had played her entire career with the Los Angeles Sparks. And they really, what he's been able to do in creating a culture where you can get a superstar after so many have asked out of the situation, to me, that has been the biggest reason. But you also look around the roster, and Courtney Vandersloot is one of the greatest point guards in WNBA history. Allie Quigley, since she went to the 2014 finals with that Chicago Sky team, has become a 3-time All-Star. So they had all the pieces to get things going, but James Wade being able to stabilize this team is one of the reasons why Candace Parker looked at the situation and thought she can win a WNBA championship.
Right. You know, the last time the Sky were in the WNBA Finals was 2014, and in between that time, it was not a very attractive place for free agents. You mentioned the coach, James Wade. How was he able to come in and just change the foundation here?
You know, James Wade is an incredibly smart coach. He was an assistant coach for the Minnesota Lynx under Cheryl Reeve, where he helped Sylvia Fowles become a Defensive Player of the Year. And, you know, he's just an incredibly smart guy. And he actually coached Allie Quigley and Courtney Vandersloot overseas. So he had a familiarity with the roster already. And he put in his own system. This is a team that likes to play up-tempo basketball. That really works when you have a player like Courtney Vandersloot, who can make any pass, is so good at manipulating defenders in the pick and roll. And yeah, she's been, her and James Wade are just the perfect pair. And then when you add a person like Candace Parker, who again is such a fantastic secondary facilitator, the Sky have just really been able to come together, and their styles all fit together. And even though they went 16-16 this season, they have really made the most out of it. They've really found a way to turn it up to a new level in the postseason.
Certainly turned it up in the postseason. They lead that series right now with Phoenix 1-0. It was a very convincing win the other night. So how do you assess their chances here in this best-of-5, where they've stolen the home court advantage now and they're going to come home this weekend?
I don't see how Phoenix is really going to be able to rebound in this series. When you look at how Chicago, like I said, they like to play up-tempo basketball. And Phoenix is one of those teams that likes to slow things down and try to get things going in the half court. So the Chicago Sky were first in the WNBA. They had the fastest rate in the league when it came to seconds per possession after defensive rebound. And on the other side, the Mercury had the 10th slowest rate, again, in seconds per possession after defensive rebound. We saw already how the Chicago Sky were able to manipulate a slower team in the previous round against the Connecticut Sun. And outside of a Game 3 where the Sky just lacked a little bit of energy, the Sky were clearly the better team throughout that entire series. And when you look at the Mercury, who have a depleted roster, and they lost Kia Nurse to a torn ACL, they were without Sophie Cunningham in Game 1. This team is really looking for answers on its second unit, and I don't see that changing heading into the rest of the series.
Certainly looks like the Sky has all the momentum at this point. You know, the WNBA in general, according to ESPN, viewership is up almost 50% this year over last year. What do you think accounts for the rise in interest?
I don't necessarily know if it's a rise in interest necessarily. I do think we have new fans coming into this league and seeing how amazing of a product it is, but there have been so many people interested in this league for so long, but they couldn't access watching any of these games because they were relegated to a channel like ESPN3 or a channel that just wasn't accessible to them outside of if they needed a subscription to get access to it. So I think the WNBA has done such a great job in partnering with people like Amazon Prime and giving fans access to these games, and having games just on ESPN and ABC. When you put women's sports in front of people, they're going to not just view it as women's sports, they're just going to view it as a sporting event that they love. Basketball is basketball. And I think we've seen that this season, especially. Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA's commissioner, said this was the most watched season since 2008. And it's because of the innovation that her and her team have been able to pull off so far.
Right. That game one of the series was on national television, ABC. And what about Chicago's fan support for the Sky? You know, it was maybe tough to draw fans because they were out at Allstate Arena for a long time, and now they're in that Wintrust Arena next to McCormick Place. Are they growing their fan base?
I think they definitely are. And if you saw the clinching game in the semifinals, Wintrust Arena was packed. Skytown really showed up when they really needed to. And obviously that it's going to be hard competing against the Bears on a Sunday like we saw in game 3. But again, even then, the Sky really had all their fans come out. They filled the lower bowl. And yeah, I mean, again, it's tricky, obviously. The game is still growing. It's only in its 25th year. And if you look at where the NBA was back in 1980, it was also dealing with a ratings issue. But again, they hired someone in David Stern to lead the charge, and they hired a creative business person to fix the league. And that's what we've seen with Kathy Engelbert. So yeah, the Sky, they're filling up Wintrust Arena, and the Game 3 is already sold out, and Game 4 is almost sold out already. So
wow, well, that's great news for the franchise. You mentioned the NBA in the early 1980s. Chicago Stadium was pretty barren those days before Michael Jordan arrived. So yeah, WNBA is still a relatively young league. All right, James Kay, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.